The howling subsides as your fellow exiles scramble out to check on Faye. You find her in one piece, along with an unfamiliar little face. Scree! Isn't he the best? Can we keep him? Scree! You sense a depth of experience in this creature, at least judging by Drive Imp standards. In fact, you feel a connection to him. If you concentrate, perhaps you can derive some meaning from his calls and screeches. Scree kitty kitty! Drive Imp seems both excited and frustrated by something. You sense some pattern in the Drive Imp's speeches. He seems welcoming of this. Drive Imp seems to have some history with your Black Wagon. You are beginning to understand him. Drive Imp recognizes you as the new reader of the Nightwings. He is pleased to meet you. You can now understand this unusual Drive Imp. Drive Imp seems satisfied at having gotten through to you, and you explain to your companions what little you have learned of him so far. No one argues against letting the creature come along. Inside the wagon, the other Drive Imps stare at him with something like reverence. Drive Imp joined you. He seems to know his way around. Hey, buddy. You can see the little imp has made himself at home. He rushes right up to you. Your imp companion seems very pleased to be in the wagon. He indicates he was able to find you thanks to the swarm of howlers. He has no love of howlers, and they know not to mess with him either. He plans to set up a nest that should ward off any further trouble from them. He looks forward to the road ahead with everyone and believes it shall be worth it. Sorry. He seems to be saying he is happy to be back where he belongs, and he urges you to keep going. He bounds off towards his brethren, settled in the wagon's rafters. Okay, cool. Cool. What's happening over here? Anyways. Guess we gotta go to Lick Sand, an arid southern pass towards the ominous cairn of Howe. Your new imp friend seems insistent that you take this path bearing east. Well, we had to go east anyways. Hedwyn orders the wagon to a halt somewhere in the dusty waves of Jomur Valley. There's someone on the road. Be careful, everyone. Figure watching the black wagon from afar approaches, arms spread wide, although a hat and cloak conceal the figure's features. Then the imp rushes out toward whomever it is. Hreek! The imp is very riled up at the sight of whoever is approaching, though in an almost joyous way. Oh, boy. Tizo, it is good to see you, and you found the others even faster than expected. He is a venerable drive imp who seems to know the ins and outs of the Nightwing's black wagon. I kind of want to give him Liam O'Brien voice, but I'm also just not... My Liam O'Brien is very hit or miss. I'll just go with the more whispery, raspy one I already came up with. Not like that'll destroy my voice. Not like I'm DMing for a campaign this week and I need to save my voice. It's fine. The imp called Tizo appears very pleased. The lone minstrel turns toward the rest of you. Hello. We have not yet, but I know who you are, or who you must be. I returned as promptly as I could. Have you walked with the scribes themselves? Because I think maybe you have? Hello indeed. You had us worried there when you took off. I should knock him back into his slumber. I did not aim to cause you such concern. As soon as I awakened, I had to notify my client that the Nightwings have returned. Your client? Aye, my client. Sandalwood. He is your point of contact, as I understand. You did not find his wagon by mistake. So, what now? You continue down the path. That is why I am here. When we meet my client, he shall explain. For now, you have a job to do. I assure you that I shall not interfere. But I mean to accompany you. Would that be all right? Wish you would stop doing that. Hedwyn and the others exchange looks. Welcome back, minstrel. You got a name? I am sometimes called Tarek. It is a pleasure to meet you, Nightwings. The lone minstrel returns to the Black Wagon with your fellow exiles. The lone minstrel rejoined the group. The cairn of Haub is a foreboding sight. It is here the next rite is soon to commence. Reader, if you have a moment, once we are settled on these grounds, I wish to speak with you in the wagon at your leisure. Page revealed the rope collar. Oh, hey guys, fancy running into you this side of the sand, so what can I do you for? Ron? How'd you make it all this way ahead of us? I keep giving them the same voice.
Come on now, Mr. Greentail, you can't just give up all my business secrets, am I right? What I can do, though, seeing as you're such a good customer and all, is provide for you with a sample of a little something you might like. Here, check this out. Seeing as you brought that Mooncrest thing up from me last time, well, I'm just thinking you could use this, and I got more if you want. You received the Pinch of Stardust. Does seem useful, raises the rank of certain talismans. Usable once. Cool. Thank Ron for the sample. Lucrative contract. After banishing adversary, the bearer gains 1 coin up to this many times, up to 10 times. An old written order for some foolhardy wanderer to seek out some well-imagined fortune on the downside. Oh, I also get paid for winning matches, maybe? I don't know. Oh, I got a bunch from killing the Howlers as well. I do like the idea of more money. I think I can give that to Jodariel. Yeah, seems alright with me. These other... This one's kind of cool, but I'll save my money from there on out. I assume if I rank it up, that just means I get to use it more often, which isn't that helpful to me. This, I imagine, raises the rank. I'm gonna use it on this, which will make her, yeah, even faster, right? Hopefully. We'll see. I don't know. Must be a lucky day here. I don't know what, Dad. Hey, buddy. Lone Minstrel seems to have situated himself in the wagon. He is very still, not unlike when he was sleeping. Reader, I shall keep this brief, as you shortly have a rite you must conduct. You have read something of the Book of Rites, which means that you may know something of my nature. On the contrary, you know not what he means, and he soon senses this. Forgive me, for I spoke too soon. Suffice it, I have served the Nightwings for some time. Conduct the rites with glory, and you shall achieve what you seek. Lone Minstrel nods farewell to you and steps away, deciding to explain nothing. Right, lute, the Lone Minstrel's Tarek's musical instrument with which he chronicles great deeds through song. Interact to listen to various music from your quest, that's cool. Lone Minstrel and his white lute chronicle a journey to the Nightwings through song. Using it, you may hear glimpses of your past experiences across the downside. And I've already got a ton. Nothing for now. Let's listen to Are there lyrics, or is this just chill vibes? I think it's just chill vibes. That's cool. Anyways. The rope collar, in the words of Galathanian, the Master General. I knew it was a fool's errand, but my liege he would not listen. He instead insisted to pursue a certain treasure, a celestial orb, freshly fallen from the heavens in the reaches of the downside. He would be a living legend if only he could grasp it, whispered in his ear that Kalimur Rope Collar, his elder and most trusted aide. Would that I slew that man myself. His was a simple yet brilliant ruse to draw the Emperor farther still from his responsibilities and towards his greed. Thus did the Emperor begin an expedition to the Forsaken Lands. He insisted that he go himself. That's rad. Anyways. Let us commence the rite. You and your fellow exiles gather around the sacred site known as the Cairn of Haub, anticipating the hour the rites are to commence again. All is quiet for a time, and then, from out of nowhere, charges in a gangly cur. He stops short and gives you a mighty sneer. Psst, that's Barker Ashpaws. Real piece of work, just don't make eye contact. He is a troublemaking cur who thrills in the defeat of the triumvirates who stand against him. I love this guy, look at him. Oi, well, would you look at this lot? Even got one of our own, consorting with the two-leggers. You're a disgrace there, mate, you realise? Good to see you, Barker. You're looking well. Didn't know you knew about the rites. Oi, I know about lots of things, my friends. For instance, I know you're going to be very, very sad after we wipe the floor with you here. Don't know whose back you scratched to earn yourself a spot on the high and mighty Night Wings there, but I am going to make sure all of you regret it, because why not? Sounds good, sounds good. The cur Barker laughs away as his pack stumbles after him. You hear them howling and cackling as the star above begins to glow. Oh, this is going to be fun. Man, 3 curs? I imagine they're going to be fast. Sorry, I imagine it's going to be 3 curs, who I know will be fast because that's the character type.
Welcome, dear reader, to the splendors of the accursed Cairn of Haub. You shall find the downside grows less pleasant from this point. But first, there's a tradition to uphold. This time you stand against the dissidents. Even now they hunger to defeat you. Perhaps not simply to regain their freedom, but to deny you yours.
I wonder if the further we get into the game, maybe the pyres are going to start powering up. Because we know there's talismans that let you do that. As the stars shine down upon you, the pack of curs you stand against this night continue hooting and howling. Oh, come on, you lot. Let's boil some blood. Then Ruki pulls you aside. Look, sister, I don't know how to say this, but I can't go against these guys. Just trust me on this one, okay? You sense he means it. You make a mental note to ask about his history with Barker whenever time permits. It's alright, Ruki. We can take care of them. Begging your pardon, but if you need another to stand at your side this night, I have someone here whom I would recommend. It's going to be the imp. Do not be coy with us, minstrel. Don the robes if you intend to stand with us. Oh, I did not mean myself. The rites are not for me. I was instead referring to this little one. A certain creature wearing tiny raiments appears at the lone minstrel's side. Squeak! Tizo seems to be volunteering to take on your adversaries, the dissidents. Absurd. The imp knows the rites. He knows a great deal. So long as the Nightwings stand together, he shall be at their side. Though you need not take my word for it. Tizo, our adversaries seem to be preoccupied. Perhaps you might quickly show our comrades what you can do. The little imp peers at you. You sense his connection to the rites as he awaits your guidance. He's so little. Scree! Tizo seems excited to demonstrate some of his favorite tricks. Readers, influencing Tizo may take some getting used to. He is inviting you to try. Hold space to flutter.
Joins your ranks. And a mere imp. Although,
Ooh, you can push these back.
no, it cannot be. And we shall see what comes of this new partnership of yours.
So very jumpy. Oh, implode? Oh my lord. Oh, and that's literally implode. He banishes. Okay, and it sounds like he's got a fast reset then. That is a unique playstyle. That is cool. Okay, yeah, it's 3 curs. Well done as ever, Tizo. Scrack! Tizo is happy to lend his support during the rites if you could use his help. Well then, reader, who shall conduct the rites in the name of the Nightwings?
The rite shall begin forthwith.
Alright, I don't think I have any talismans for Hedwyn, but I do want to get him back in the game.
Hedwyn.
Jodariel, always good.
Jodariel.
And yeah, let's get our little boy in here. Oh, I should have looked at his bio, but that's alright. Oh, he's got a big radius. Our adversary shall be ready. Shall be quick, be ready. Time's up, you swill. Come on, boys, let's get him.
Commence. An opportunity. Fully banished. The Nightwings are first to strike the adversary's flame. Banishment.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Too fast!
Exactly by the book.
He loves it. Oh. I love the announcer getting hyped.
The flames of freedom.
Alright, you lot, that does it. No more fussing around, right? My boys and me, we're proper angry now. What the F is going on there?
Careful now. Your adversary Barker there seems rather fired up. Whatever shall you do against so fierce a foe?
Oof.
Barker leaps headlong.
Fair enough.
Alas for Hedwyn.
Dang it. Very fast.
You left yourselves wide open. Barker throws himself into the flame.
Okay, things get hard.
How sad for the dissidents.
I was gonna want to try and get TiVo the last
The Nightwings prevail
hit, but just getting worried.
superior to their adversaries.
Alright.
The ceremony is complete.
That ought to show them. Perhaps now they shall learn some humility. Well, I'll be a heaping ball of dung, but I just can't believe you shoddy lot showed us the what for like that. My boys and I will have to take you just a tad more serious next time.
Till then, you just be sure to tell old Rookie Greentail that yours truly he remembers everything, you hear?
The rites do tend to teach something of trust.
I think I'm beginning to understand something of all this, my friend. This is cool power-up music, I love it. Marks of the Master General, Gol Galthanian never ordered an assault in which he did not participate firsthand. Though many were conscripted into the Master General's Legion, many more simply volunteered. Hedwyn and his allies regenerate stamina twice as quickly as usual. The warriors of the Saurian Legion fought tirelessly against countless enemies. Hedwyn gains 50% more stamina, letting him jump and sprint more often. When others lay exhausted after battle, the Master General always remains sure of footing. I like this kind of boost the whole team thing, make him kind of a support character. I think I'm going to give him that one.
The Master General reveals his stratagem. A flash of inspiration for next time. Enlightenment seldom avails itself to simple ease.
Tizo feels solemn respect for the rites and all their myriad complexities. But the diminutive imps of the downside turned out to be much more resilient than they first appeared. Without the aid of Haub the Swallow, the fallen Emperor Solium Mur would never have survived. If banished, Tizo drops a moon sign allies can instantly transport to from their Pyre. Oh, like a teleport. Okay. The imps of the downside flock to the highest points in all the land whenever the moon shines bright. When fluttering or zipping, Tivo moves much faster than usual. The accursed imps survive the downside off by remaining well hidden from its many dangers. I feel like this would be really cool, and if I was going to be in like online competitive play, I would love to try and master this. But I feel like it would take me a long time to master the use of this, whereas this is just helpful, standard buff. I think I'm going to go with that.
'Tis the influence of the imp scribe.
Look at him, he's so cute.
Until the next.
Splendid was your guidance of the Nightwings, reader. Your fellows are fortunate to have found one such as you. May you find the freedom that you seek. Man, this game is like addicting because you get through, you'll be like, alright, I'm going to play for the next match. And then you do the match and you're like, but I want to get a little bit more story. And by the time the next story chunk is done, you're at the next game and you're like, well, I might as well. My voice is hurting enough that I can't go on for too much longer tonight, but I'm really enjoying this. After triumphing over the distance with aplomb, you return to your wagon to recover from the night's ordeal and figure out how best to proceed. You alright, Rookie? Think so, chum. I just need a little time. Didn't count on Baka being caught up in all this. You don't owe him your conscience. You'll sort things out with him. You always do. I do not wish to interrupt, but the dark of night is waning. Reader, would you join us outside, please? You find Jodariel and the lone minstrel gazing into the sky above the valley, which is beginning to grow pale. Seek now your destination. Melithe, the bog star. The bog star burns bright over a fetid cavern in the flagging hands. What the F is that? Then it is as I feared. We are to press further north beneath the valley into flagging hands. A gloom-filled, desolate region of the downside, beyond which lies the sea, a fetid sprawl of noisome, festering, unpleasant adjectives. Basically a disgusting swamp pit. That's great. The scribes are watching over us. They will protect us, wherever we should go. Had you been to flagging hands, you would not say such things. The scribes have surely turned their backs on that place. If I may, the bleakness of flagging hands shall well upon you, to be sure. I urge for you to take what rest you can, for you shall need your strength upon the road ahead. Your fellow exiles agree to turn in for the remainder of the night. At dawn, you shall have to press deeper into the downside. You can tell something's troubling Rookie, though he seems relieved to see you. Hey, sister. Listen, I gotta level with you real quick. You remember Baka, don't you? Not exactly easy to forget, though, believe you me, I try. Well, he's got me by the scruff. I've been down here a little while, as you can see by now, but Baka, he's been here longer. He's made quite the name down here. As for me, I needed help, you understand? I had a certain standard to uphold. So, I figured he would be the one to ask. Then, Ruki hesitates. But then, his familiar grin returns. So what if I owe him, though, right, sister? I got people back on the other side, and just between us, we're loaded. I mean, rich. My little problem with Baka soon is going to take care of itself, just as soon as my people send the money through. So, I am telling you right here and now, don't you even worry about it, and I'm sure everything on that front is going to end up real tidy, real soon. With that, he scampers off before you can respond. It seems Ruki owes a debt of some sort. What is on the line, exactly, you are unsure. Tizo's nest. Various scraps and things laced together with bits of ribbon and fabric, topped off with a plush fish. So cute. Let's see what else we got. Gotta remember to turn on the music before I start talking to people so I have more time. Spooky. Anyways. Let's continue our journey. Come dawn, you find Hedwyn and Jodariel assessing the current situation with the minstrel. Are you most certain? Aye, madam. I make no claim the journey shall be pleasant, but it is necessary. Hedwyn motions to you as you continue talking. Seems we'll have some work to do once we arrive in Flagging Hands. Let's get going as soon as you're ready. Sooner we get there, sooner we can leave. To Flagging Hands. You have not yet been to this region of the downside. Lone Minstrel is a relatively safe route down into the Flagging Hands region. I love this idea that like every location we're going to is the dead body of some fallen titan. I think that's really cool. What are those? Fries? Purple and green French fries? There looks like there's nothing to do. Consider how to proceed. Flagging Hands region has an oppressive air about it. There has to be a path forward. Flagging Hands region proves as dismal as Jodariel indicated. The air is thick and foul. How far to the pit of Malith? Dang it. Dang it. What time is it? I've been feeling not great lately. I should get my sleep, and this is obnoxious. I'm going to call it there for the night, but I am loving this game. Very strong start. I almost wish, this is going to sound very selfish and strange, I almost wish there was more time spent on the game, like the sport of Pyre, rather than the story. I love the story to death. But it's like 80% story and then 20% actual gameplay, to the fact that every time a match starts up, I'm like, okay, wait, what am I doing? What's the deal? How do I get it? And I imagine this won't be the case for the entire game, but they're also introducing so many new characters that it's hard to like become an expert at any of them. So I think that's why one complaint. I wish there was like maybe like a practice mode that you could just like, you could go into the Black Wagon and just play a practice game. Also just a little bit nervous, to be honest, that like I won't be able to level everyone up by the end of the game, and I'm worried that like maybe I won't get a good ending. I have no idea how the endings of this game work. I'm kind of speculating there. Yeah, just a little bit nervous. That seems like there's not infinite experience to be had. So the idea of not being able to max out everyone, or God forbid losing some matches and losing out on experience, because apparently there are no game overs, makes me a little bit nervous is all. That being said, those are minor complaints. This game is still fantastic. The characters are fun. The character designs are great. The world building is incredible. I love the kind of glossary feature of being able to just scroll over words. And it even seems like those definitions and update those get updated as my character learns more. I think this game's really cool. I like it a lot. Anyways, I am going to click cancel on this pop-up until the game crashes, because that's how it's been happening. That's the other downside. The game's crashing a lot. I'm sure that's my computer. I do not think that is the game itself. Not that it crashes often with other games, but I believe it is largely the fault of my own computer, so I don't hold that against the game at all. It's obnoxious, but I am annoyed at my computer, not at the game. Anyways, long rambling to say, this game's rad so far, and I am excited to keep playing. Anyways, that's all for tonight. Good night, everybody.